guys, TheMoltenRuby here, and welcome back to a brand new Pokemon video. Today I'm going to be counting down my top 5 favorite Pokemon games. Now, if you are watching this video, you have to keep in mind that all the decisions made on this list are purely my opinion, and none of them will affect any of your looks at the games, your thoughts about the Pokemon games in history. And I'm going to be starting with the very first games and using them all the way up to 2014's releases. And this only counts the main series games, not other games like Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Those do not count. Okay, let's begin. Number 5. Now, for number 5, we have Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. Now, for these games, I would have put them at number 1. Yet, there are topics as in graphics, Pokemon count, and other things that interfere with the subject. My main point on FireRed and LeafGreen were they were some remakes of the original Pokemon games, and they only included the first 150 Pokemon. With that being said, it had one of the best storylines Pokemon has ever seen. You would go through all 8 gyms, challenging Team Rocket on the way. And did anyone remember the Saffron City gym? Only the best gym puzzle in history. Yet, this game is far from my number 1 choice. Number 4. At number 4, we have one of my first ever Pokemon games, Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl were both games that I played when I was really young. Back then, I wouldn't actually read the dialogue, and when I recently played them again for the second time, I found that the storyline of those games was incredibly good. Team Galactic is my absolute favorite Pokemon team. Despite them having very bad intentions, they have 3 assistants that you have to fight consistently throughout the game. Cyrus is the ultimate boss, meaning that he will block you from finding Azelf, Uxie, and Mesprit in order to unlock either Palkia or Dialga. Now, Platinum, by other means, is not on this list. Yes, it does include the exact same games, but the end storyline is very different. I did like the other dimension, yet it did not make this list. Number 3. At number 3, we have one of my favorite Pokemon games. Now, the reason that this one is not closer to the top is because of the storyline. Pokemon Black and White 2 were both very good games in the sense that they followed the anime. In the Pokemon anime, Ash ended up fighting the 2 gym leaders that you ended up fighting first in the game. Sharon, and the second gym leader that I can never remember the name of. Why? Well, besides that, there were many other aspects, including the chance for you to travel around, but then go to a completely different island not even found in Black and White 1 in the first original games. Now, some of the bad things are the gym leaders. I did not like the puzzles. The puzzles were very unoriginal, but in general, I really like the games. Nice comeback on Black and White Originals, Game Freak. Number 2. Coming close to the top, at number 2, we have Heart Gold and Soul Silver. As a kid, I never played Gold and Silver or Crystal. I actually never got that experience, but when I saw that Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, I was one of the first people to get it. That's probably not true. I don't really care. But Heart Gold and Soul Silver really gave an advantage to the new Johto terrain with a bunch of the old Johto Pokemon that we saw really early on in the Pokemon universe being reintroduced, and the fact that you could walk around with your Pokemon behind you and use the Poke Walker, which was like new to Pokemon. It was something that like they've never done before. Being able to hold your Pokemon in your pocket at all times and then gaining levels by walking around. Yes, obviously this was not the best idea, but still, it was a nice change. Also, the gym puzzles in Heart Gold and Soul Silver were amazing, with Azalea's Bug-type gym and the fourth gym being an amazing puzzle at Ekruti City. Why do I even try? Why do I even try? Why? I don't know. Number 1. Finally, at number 1, we have my absolute favorite Pokemon games. Now, I know what you're all thinking. What about the 3D graphic games? What about Generation 6? You know what? They are not on my list. None of them. And I know what you're thinking right now, and you're about to say it. Why did you choose these 2 games? Why did you choose these 3 games? Yes, that's right. I'm talking about Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Not Pokemon Omega Ruby, not Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, but the original Ruby and Sapphire. Yes, I was like the first to be able to know that you could get Mega Evolutions in the original Ruby and Sapphire world, and Primal Evolutions, Primal Reversions to the Legendaries was insanely amazing. But I loved the original chance just to play the games. The story was unbelievable. The team was one of my favorites. Like, they even forgave what they did. They forgot about it. They started over. They got a second chance. They got a second chance, and that's something that everyone should do. But they actually admitted that they did something bad. And Emerald the most, because you could go up to the top of the tower. I don't remember what it was called because I'm not looking at a wiki. I'm just making this up off my head because this is rushed, but you could go catch Rayquaza after doing all those bike puzzles, and you could finally be like, oh, I just caught the best legendary in all of Pokemon, because let's face it, Rayquaza is so much better than Mewtwo. Well, that's it for this list. Guys, what did you think of my list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are some things that you thought about the Pokemon games that you would include in your list? Tell me in the comments. I will see you all in the next video. Peace out and bye!